Okay. So bringing the hands into prayer. Taking a few deep breaths in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Audible sigh. And again, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. One last time. Centering down. And out through the mouth. Beautiful. Bring your hands down to rest comfortably, remembering to be in a really comfy seated position. If legs crossed is not for you, feel free to have legs out. Use a cushion. That always helps me. Just keeps my pelvis tilted forwards a little bit more. So from here, I'm going to take our right hand onto our heart center and our left hand down underneath our belly button on our lower belly. And just close the eyes down. Taking a breath in, feel the belly rise. Breathing out, it falls down again. So just concentrating on the section in the lower belly. One more breath. Just focusing on the belly rising and the belly falling. And this time as you breathe in, feel the belly rise, but then feel the lift of the chest as well. And then as the belly falls, feel the chest fall. Breathing in, belly rises, chest rises. Breathing out, belly falls, and chest falls. Just closing the eyes, doing a couple more rounds on your own. Last breath here. And just letting the hands come to rest on the legs, closing the eyes, as well as paying attention to the rise and fall of your breath. Listen for the sounds you can hear around you in your surroundings, whatever noises you can hear. Whether you can hear people in the background or TVs or traffic, whatever it is, just incorporating those sounds, just being aware of them, letting them be. Feeling the sit bones and the legs, whatever part of you is connected to your mat or your carpet, connected to the earth. Beautiful. And then letting that go. I'm going to take out my cushion, so I don't really need that for the next part of this. We're going to take one hand down to the floor and the other hand up, and just an easy bend over to the side. It's a bit of a side stretch. If you want a little bit more, instead of having your palm facing down, you can press it away, push it away a little bit, enhancing that stretch down the side body. Making sure you breathe while you're here as well. Breathe in, coming back up, and swapping over to the other side as you breathe out. Perhaps it's palm down, perhaps it's palm up, pushing away. Making sure the shoulders are relaxed. Breathing in, coming up. And we're going to do it again once more to the other side. Now you may be able to rest on the floor, or if you've got a block, or you can stay on your hand, whatever works for you. Coming up and over to the other side. So feel free to stay on that hand and just bend at the elbow. If you can reach the floor without that sit bone on the opposite side coming up, you can do that too. Just enhances that stretch down the side, and you might feel it even into the hip area and into the lower back. And you're breathing, of course, I can hear you. Okay. Breathe in, come up. And coming off over to the other side, noticing what this side of your body allows you to do. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. Just an easy side bend. As we come on up, once more. Roll the shoulders, move the head. Come back to center. Take a breath in through the nose. Audible sigh out through the mouth. One more time. Connects to the vagus nerve. Releasing stress and tension. Beautiful. We're going to come to our foot sliders now. So they're those ones where we start with the knees bent. Hands come under the legs or wrapped around and interlaced if that works for you. And simply just tilting the head up and noticing the range of motion. Put a little imaginary mark where you can see as you tilt your head back. Remember, we don't go into any pain, and then just come back. Resting back on your hands. We're going to slide one foot forwards a little way. Lift up onto the heel. Squish those toes down. Place the foot back flat on the floor. Slide it back. Now keep in contact with the heel of the foot and the ball of the foot. Just lift the toes. So we slide forwards. Go up onto the heel. Squish the toes down, scrunch them up. Flatten the foot down to the floor. Slide back. And then just lift the toes. We're going to do that one more time. Slide. Lift. Scrunch. Flatten. Slide. Now this time, can you lift just your big toe? And then the toe next to it. The toe next to it. Then the next one. And the little one. I have to watch them. I can't do it if I don't watch them. All right, come back on up. Place your hands back where they were before. And just have a tilt back of the head. And notice what you notice. So we're releasing through the body, through the tension, through the back of the body by using the feet. So we're going to do the other side now. I'm leaning back. We're going to slide, lift onto the heel, scrunch the toes, flatten, slide, lift the toes, keeping the ball of the foot grounded on the floor. So just the toes. Heel, oh no, we're going to slide, heel, scrunch, flatten, slide it on back, keep the ball of the foot grounded, just lift the toes. Last one, slide, heel, scrunch, flatten, slide it on back. Now this time just the big toe lifting. Then the next toe, the next toe, the next, and the little toe. Give your feet a little bit of a windscreen wiper here. Wiggle the toes. Come back on up. And now have a notice of what you can notice. Thumbs up, bare foot, made a big difference in your body. Oh, I got 2 thumbs up. Lovely. All right, we're going to come down onto our backs now. So coming down onto your back. Remember to have all your props. So you can see behind me here, I've got a bolster and an eye pillow and blocks and a strap. Anything you need that's going to help you to be comfortable to do these movements. Beautiful. So rolling down, make sure you can see me. And then taking the legs long for a little minute. And coming to a complete rest. And feeling the body connected to the floor. As if, imagine you were lying on a balance beam. And would the balance beam be directly under the middle of you, or do you feel like more one side than the other might be connected to that balance beam? Noticing if there's balance in the body or not. Feeling all those points of contact. Remembering if having your legs long is not working for your body, you can bend at the knees. That might feel better for you today. Feeling any contact of the legs, the buttocks, the back, the shoulders, the arms and hands, and the back of the head. All those points of contact, grounding you down into your mat, into the earth. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly. And again, a breath in through the nose and an audible sigh out through your mouth. One more time, in through the nose. And sighing out through the mouth. So if your legs are long now, can you bend them here? Bending them up, one foot at a time. The feet comfortably hip width apart. And I want you to simply just let your knees fall over to one side. Notice how that feels in the hip and the knee that are on the top. And as you bring them back in through the middle now, letting them go off to the other side and seeing how that feels there for you. Bringing them back up into the middle. And this time letting your arms come further out to the side in this kind of cross position with your palm up. Now letting your knees fall back to that first side again. And the side that your knees are on, bring the hand over to land on top. So I've got my knees to the left, so my hands are to the left. What I want to do now is I want to slide my top hand, which is my right hand, up my arm, across my chest, and open out to the other side, following it with my head. And then I want to reverse that movement and slide that down my hand, and perhaps I even go over the top of that bottom hand. All the time following it with my eyes, sliding across, opening out. One more time. Sliding. Remembering to close the eyes and just feel the movement within the body. That's what the somatic experiences is. It's feeling the body from the inside. It's not about what it looks like. And now just come back through the middle. You can bring your hands back down by your side. You can even let your legs go long again. Breath in through the nose, audible sigh out through the mouth. One more time. And again, that subtle check-in with the body about how it feels now. One side compared to the other. Remember, there's no judgment. It's not about judging, it's meeting the body where it's at. So let's bring the feet back up again, taking the arms out to the side. And in the side that your knees were before, go the opposite way, and the top hand. And then starting that whole movement again, following it with your head. Going further over if you have space. I've run out of space here tonight. But just closing the eyes, feeling that nice massage you kind of get across your back and shoulders. At this time where we're all kind of isolated and missing a massage, this is probably as close as you're going to get unless you've got someone in your house that will do that for you. One last time, opening up. Coming back over. Coming back through to the middle. Adjusting your body, letting your legs slide along again. A deep breath in. Audible sigh out. Connecting deeply to the breath. And noticing the connection with the floor once more. You know, for me, I kind of feel like I've sunk a bit deeper down onto my mat, which is a nice feeling. Okay, we're going to bend the knees again. We've got them about width apart and bringing them up close to where the buttocks are. Remembering to protect your neck here in this next one by keeping your chin just gently tucked in. And we're going to, in a moment, breathe in and lift the buttocks up off the floor. Tuck the chin, protect the spine. And as you curl down, imagine that each vertebra of your spine was a pearl on a pearl necklace, and you could touch each of those beads, each of those pearls individually down onto the mat. Stopping down at the tailbone there. Then lifting up again, making sure the neck's protected. And then that uncurling down. Now, even if you're feeling like you've got a big chunky bead, just visualize each vertebra touching down. Keeping that tailbone tucked until the very last minute. Touching down. One last time, lifting up, pressing evenly into the feet. Keep the chin tucked. Rolling down. Beautiful. Bringing the knees over the chest, giving them a hug in when you're done. Just gently pulling in and out, or perhaps you prefer to circle around. Back the other way if you're circling. And then when you're ready, rolling gently to one side. Using the hand that's on top to press into the floor and help bring you back up. We're going to come onto all fours. So making sure that this is comfortable for your body. For some people, wrists might be an issue, so if you've got a traditional mat, you can roll it up and let your fingertips hang over the edge. And so we're going to do our cat-cow. So as we breathe in, let the tailbone lead the movement. Lift the tailbone up. The belly drops down a little bit to the floor as you start to lift the head and the chest comes forward. Looking up to the third eye in the middle of the forehead. Now tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, pressing into the palm of the hands, tucking the chin. So I gently invite you to close your eyes, moving one way and then the next. Just feeling and experiencing how this feels within your body. Again, if you feel like you've got those chunky beads, just imagine that the spine could move in a more fluid, more flexible way. One last one here. Coming back into the center and coming down onto your belly. So we're going to have the toes out. So you might need to take your feet further apart here. And I'm going to take my glasses off because they're not very conducive to lying down. And I'm going to put one palm on top of the other and then my forehead in the middle. And I'm just going to lift my head while I'm talking to you, otherwise you won't be able to hear me. So while you're here, feeling that breath come and go, noticing the effects of gravity on the out breath, settling you down into your mat, into the earth. You might notice as you're breathing out, you're gently constricting in your throat, in that Ujjayi breath or that oceanic breath, sounding like a shell when you hold it up to your ear. And that's perfectly fine. Gently lift your head and swap your hands over and then place your head down again. Again, just noticing the breath as it comes and goes. From here, lifting the head, bringing the feet together. This time have the big toes, if you can, touching and let the heels go outwards in space. Or if that's not comfortable, just having the feet wherever is comfortable for you. Bring the hands up to this 45 degrees and rest one cheek onto the floor. As you breathe in, lift the head and turn the head the other way. As you breathe out, breathe in, lift the head. Perhaps you can lift the arms a little bit too. And then rest down. Breathing in, lifting up, perhaps you're lifting the arms up. Letting the head rest the other direction. And then this time as you come down, placing the forehead on the floor. And I'm going to turn my head towards the speaker so that you can hear me. From here, can you just lift your arms off the floor? Feeling that into the shoulder girdle. Lifting the elbows and the arms. If you were flying kind of, or swimming, perhaps. Perhaps this time you could lift them, slide them back a little bit and bring them down. As if you were swimming. Lift up, slide them back down, feeling whatever you feel into the back of your body. One more. Lift up, slide down, and rest down. Then turning, pressing the hands under the shoulders a little bit more. Pressing up. If it's comfortable for knees, taking the knees wide, big toes together. Resting the buttocks back. And either making two fists to rest your forehead on, or stretching the arms forwards, resting the forehead on the floor. And again, in this position, you might notice that you're naturally using that Ujjayi breath. Fantastic breath for calming the central nervous system, for working through the thyroid, that butterfly gland at the base of the throat, controlling hormonal balance, metabolism, temperature in the body. From here, if possible, come up onto your fingertips as if you had an egg under each palm. And notice how that engages through the back of the body, through the shoulder girdle. Lift the head enough to walk your hands off to one side and place your head back down. Feeling that stretch through the side body. And if it's more comfortable just to come down onto your palms here, that's fine too. Again, coming up onto the fingertips if that's possible, walking through the middle, coming off to the other side now. And again, if you need to come down onto flat palms, that's fine. Coming back through the middle. Bringing the hands so that you can press yourself back up to all fours. Coming up to a raised kneel. Adjusting your clothing if you need to. Just placing your hands into the small of your back. Just squeeze your shoulder blades together as you bring your elbows backwards in space. And then release. Squeezing through the scapular, trapezius muscles. And releasing. Again, squeezing and releasing. Now this time, if you want to and your neck is okay, you can squeeze, you can lean back, use these big quad muscles, and then you could look up into a little back bend. Tuck the chin, come forwards again in space. Release the shoulders. Squeezing the shoulders, taking the weight through the front, through the legs, and then if possible, doing the back bend. Tuck the chin, come forwards, and release. Release the shoulders. Bring the hands down so that you can step up into a very bent knee, forward bend. Let the crown of the head fall towards the floor, keeping the knees soft. You can even rest your belly on your thighs. Notice what it's like to breathe in this constricted movement. And then we're going to keep the head tucked, chin tucked, as you press into the feet. Engage the quads, engage the core. Start to uncurl. Pushing the pelvis forwards. Chin is the last thing. As you come up and rotate shoulders around. And you cut my head off. There we go. I'll just have to adjust that camera. Have a drink if you need a drink. We're going to be doing a balance here. So, making sure that now I can't see my feet. Technology. Alrighty. So if you need a bit of wall or a chair, whatever it is that you have got, we're going to do our tree posture. So we're going to come to our mountain pose first. I might move my mat so you can actually see a bit better. So feet are under each hip, under each shoulder. Let's ground down first by tipping the weight forward onto the toes, not so much that you nose plant. Come back on the heels. One more time forwards. One more time back. And then come to an even balance between front and back. Let's do that side to side now. So just swaying off to one side. Back to the other side. And then finding that middle ground. Relaxing the shoulders down. Lift the toes and then place them down. Mountain pose, strong. So that when you start to do your balance, you're already strong and grounded. So taking one foot, turning it around so that the heel is resting on the ankle and the toes on the floor. Now this might be enough. This might be where your body is at. Remember, somatic experience is about meeting the body where it's at right now. If you want a little bit more, you can lift onto the calf. We never go onto the inside of the knee. We can go up into the inner thigh, making sure that we don't tip. I'm watching myself in reverse. It's a bit weird. So we want to stay nice and tall, pushing the pelvis forward, and I'm going to fall. I'm on carpet, so it's not working very well for me tonight. And then you can keep your hands on your hips. You can bring them into prayer in front of you. You can take them out to the side. But finding something to look at that's not moving is always a good option. Finding that drishti, that focal point. And then when you're ready, letting the hands come down, letting the knee come towards the front and then lowering it down. And then give your supporting leg a bit of a break because it's probably the ankle might be a bit, you've used a lot of muscles and tendons through the ankle, so that's strengthening as well. So again, coming to your mountain posture. The other leg that you didn't do before, bending that. Now remember, balance is a funny thing. It can be better in the morning, better at night, better on one side than the other. So finding your spot that's going to work for you. And then bringing your hands to wherever works for you as well. Finding your breath. Find something to focus on. And then hands come down. Knee comes to the front and coming down. My balance is shocking tonight. Beautiful. Let's do a little bit of shaking, I think. So again, have the feet probably a bit further apart. We haven't done this breath work before for a while, actually. So start to shake the hands. Get some energy circulating in the hands. And then flap them up and down. We did this in class once and someone's rings fell off. That was funny. Side to side. And then circling around. Back the other way. And then start to flick your hands forward so much that you can see my shoulders are moving forwards in space. And do it quite vigorously now. Beautiful. Bring your hands down in front of your pubic bone as if you were holding a ball, and close your eyes with your head bowed a little bit. Feeling all that tingling, all that chi or ki energy in the body. As you breathe in, bring this imaginary ball up towards your belly button. As you breathe out, push that ball out in front of your chest. Breathe in, bring it back to the chest. Breathe out, take it up, and if your neck's okay, look up at that imaginary ball with your eyes closed. Breathe in, bring it back down through the chest. Down, bow the head. We're going to do that one more time. Breathe into the belly button. Breathe out, pushing it away. Breathe into the chest, to the heart center and the heart up. Breathe out, taking it up. Breathing in, back to the heart center. Breathing out, bringing it back down. Letting the hands just fall down. Keep the chin tucked. Breath in through the nose. Audible sigh out through the mouth. One more time. And gently opening the eyes, moving the fingers, circling through the ankles. Now is the time you've all waited for. We're going to come into our relaxation, our meditation. So you are welcome to lay down, use any props that you need, any blankets. You can lie down, you can have your eye pillow, you can have a pillow under your head, you can have your bolster under your knees. Just finding what's going to work for you to be here for just a little while. As you settle into this comfort. You can start to tune into any sounds in your environment. Any sounds of passing traffic, people, voices, television, animals, whatever it is that is where you are, acknowledging that. As you feel underneath your body, feel the weight into your feet and heels, backs of your legs. Can you feel the gap under your heel and under your knee, that tiny little gap where it arches away and doesn't touch the floor? You feel the buttocks on the floor. Can you tell if one side of your pelvis feels higher, lower, or forward or backward? Remembering there's no right or wrong. Meeting the body where it's at right now. Focusing on the navel, on the belly button. Feeling the rise and fall there. The breath. And as you're focusing on the navel, breathing, and you notice the arch in your lower back and your lumbar spine. Feeling the weight through the shoulder blades. And then to the front, to the collarbone, just like the pelvis, where the one collarbone feels higher, lower, more forward, more back. As you come down your arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, noticing their position. Are your palms down or palms up? Palms resting on the belly or on the floor. And feeling the front of the body. Notice any part of your body where skin is exposed to the air, how that may feel a little cooler. Let the part the sound still happening in the background. The breath still comes and goes. I leave you with your breath until you hear the bell. Enjoy your breath. Slowly, gently beginning to bring your awareness to the environment you're in. Start to bring some movement to your fingers, to the toes, and to let the breath deepen, stretching, moving just like you do when you're awakening from a lovely slumber. Bringing your knees up over your chest, releasing, rolling side to side perhaps until you roll onto one side. Just pausing there. And as if this feeling that you're experiencing could be photographed, taking an imaginary photograph of yourself in this state, knowing that you can just visualize that and perhaps You'll be back right here with that feeling. When you're ready, very slowly, very gently, coming up to a seated position. Bringing the hands to the heart center, closing the eyes, closing the energy circle. And I offer you this until we meet again. May you be free from inner and outer harm. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. And may you look after yourselves and all those around you most joyfully. Namaste.